welcome you all on College Dekho channel. Yes, good evening once again. So, we took the session on the labor cost before 50 minutes back. So, today we are going to start in this session about the income tax. Yes. In our last first part of the how to calculate taxation, we take the proper schedule. What is the way to calculate the tax of a particular person? So, today's my question is that who is a person? कौन है वो पर्सन जिसकी हमें कैलकुलेट करनी है टैक्सेशन? कौन है वो पर्सन? So guys, those who are watching this part 2, I definitely recommend you to check out the first video of the part 1 2. Okay? हाँ जी. सो इनकम टैक्स कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं, आज हम लोग उस चीज को थोड़ा सा और आगे लेके चलेंगे इस सेशन में अपने, और समझेंगे. शेड्यूल देखा था लास्ट पार्ट में, पार्ट नंबर 1 में, प्रॉपर शेड्यूल, प्रॉपर सीक्वेंस, हाउ टू कैलकुलेट द इनकम टैक्स. सो नाउ who are the person, okay? So we'll understand the definition of the person first. But before going to understand the definition of person, let's take one more point of the financial year and assessment year, which is the backbone of the calculation of the income tax. As there are so many scenarios, as like me too, मैं भी बहुत डरती थी इनकम टैक्स के लिए, बिकॉज हर 6 महीने में अमेंडमेंट, बिकॉज ऑल द टाइम असेसमेंट ईयर एंड फाइनेंशियल ईयर इज चेंजेस. एज एंड व्हेन असेसमेंट ईयर एंड फाइनेंशियल ईयर इज चेंजेस, our calculation is automatically changes because there is so many amendments. So let's face the amendments and check out what the next is best for us. Okay. Okay. So coming with a topic of the income tax. हाँ जी. Understanding the point of the financial year and assessment year. We know that we are having a 12-month of period. 12-month of period. And that period is start from 1st of April till the 31st March. We are not having the calendar year. Okay. So, financial year or previous year is the year जिसमें आपने बेटा पैसा कमाया है, आपकी इनकम क्या हुई है, अर्न हुई है. Okay. So we are taking like 1st April 2020 till 31st March 2021. ये अगर फाइनेंशियल ईयर है, इसमें तुमने क्या करा है, इनकम रिसीव हुई है, इस पे जो टैक्स लगेगा, दैट मीन्स असेसमेंट होगी इस इनकम की, वो होगा आपका असेसमेंट ईयर. दैट इज 1st 4 2021 to 31st March 2022. This time period and this time slot must be understood by you while you are understanding the concept of the income tax, and it is a very basic concept of the income tax. If this point is not clear to you guys, you will never ever calculate your taxation values or income tax. Okay, so you must know that what is your financial year and what is your assessment year. As and when financial year is ended, from there onwards only your assessment year is start. So in a short way, we used to say it as a 2021 or 21 to 22. So coming with a first point, that is a assessment is a assessment is a thing which is we are which is a person earned, and for that particular amount the person is assessed. Assessed means analyzed. Analyzed, and while we are analyzing that person, that help us to calculate their taxation value. So coming ahead with this point, that is the assessment. That is a assessment. Assessment is a point or a topic which is defined under section 2 clause 8. As this is a procedure by which the income of an assessee is going to be assessed properly with the proper provisions of the law of the income tax as it is given for the relevant assessment year with the proper amendments too. Simple way. So assessment is the procedure. Assessment is the procedure. Assessment is the procedure by which the income of an assessee is determined. So what do you mean by assessee? Who is your assessee? Is a person. So who is the person? Is defined under section 2 clause 31 of the Income Tax Act 1961. So person is of so many types. Person. First is your individual. As this introduction class of the income tax is having so many parts too. Because in the last part, first part, we only check the schedules, and in this we are taking the person definition or the very important definition which we must have to be understand first. After that, there is a calculation. There are so many things. So first person is individual. Individual includes male and female both. Second person is the HUF. That is the Hindu undivided family, whose main head is the Karta. Third one is the company. Fourth one is a firm. Fifth one is the AOP or BOI. That is artificial association of person and body of individuals. Next one is your local authority. And last one is comes under the definition of a person is artificial judicial person. Everyone having their own calculation factors. In an individual, male and female both are coming. HUF, there is a Karta, and you must know about the HUF also. HUF is a Hindu undivided family, and one HUF is a continue in a proper succession of the 3 successive generations. And right now, from the past some years, there is a provision is also updated in the year 2005 approximately, that a daughters is also the part of the HUF. So the wives is also. Companies, we are having a 2 type, that is a domestic and a foreign company. Both the rules and both the taxation rates of foreign company and domestic companies are different. Firms and LLP. Their taxation rates is also a little bit different. AOP, BOI, local authority, and artificial judiciary person. First of all, understand the AOP, association of person and body of individual. There be just like a in terms of a association of person. Association is a person is like suppose 4 to 5 person coming together for a common purpose to achieve something, to having a common objective, to find out something, to make the some goals to. So they are come under the definition of the association of person. Body of individual just be like your membership membership in a kind of like gym membership, club membership, where there are different members are coming together and being a part of that association, that body of individuals. So these are having this type of difference. So normally they are not having a different tax rates, they are also coming under the slabs as given under the individuals जो अभी हम discuss करेंगे उसको. Local authorities just like your local fund, municipal corporations, they are come under the local authority. What do you mean by the artificial judiciary person? Artificial judiciary person is on sorry, are not a natural person but are the separate entities as per the law, like your bar council, your universities, your colleges are come under the artificial judicial person. So these are the factors, these are the points which come under the points of the person as income tax. One more thing, one more definition. Will did the assessment, assessee and a person is the kind of a one thing only. Assessee is defined under section 2 clause 7 and the proper definition of a person is defined under section 2 clause 31. Okay, one more thing, ma'am, is very important. Is that very important to remember the sections in our exams? It's all depends on you. If you want to remember, you may remember. But if you have any doubt in section number, don't quote any wrong section. Okay. So one more and very important definition, that is the India. What is the definition of India under the Income Tax Act 1961? Is defined under section 2 clause 25A. India means territory of India as per Article 1 of the Constitution. Second, its territorial waters. Continental shelf. Exclusive economic zone. And last is other notified zone. That means basically, as per the Article 1 of the Indian Constitution is defining the definition of the India, we are considering that definition over here only. It is, let's suppose, like a 12 nautical miles. Okay, if we are taking the surface of the river or a sea, like your as you are in a carol right now and your ship is taking off from the other way, from the Vishakhapatnam, your ship is going out. So from the boundary of the carol, there is a 12 nautical miles come under the guidelines of the come under the definition of the India, and beyond that it is not. Okay, so this is a definition of the India, and we covered that assessment year and a previous year. Okay, so one more thing. Income. Definition of income. Definition of income. Section 2 clause 24. Income includes everything. Income basically includes everything. So rather going in a detail of the definition of income, first of all we'll understand the concept of income. Concept of income. We are having four things in this. First is receipt, regular receipt, regular receipt, vice versa, capital receipt. Okay. Hmm. First is your regular receipt and capital receipt. Generally, periodic monetary return, which accrues or is expected to accrue regularly from definite source, like a regular income. You know, daily you are earning 500 rupees. That is your regular receipt. And when we consider is capital receipt, capital नहीं इसको casual करो, not a capital. Regular receipt and a casual. Casual receipts are not treated as a income tax. Casual receipts be like a once in a while type of gift. Let's suppose I won the lottery. Is a casual receipt. So that comes under our speculation. That is not a regular point. It is just like flipper card. We supposed to say like that, na? Oh, I'm so lucky. I got a selected in that lottery. I won that amount of prize. That is the casual receipt. And a regular receipt be like that. Continue basis, you are getting the regular set of amount. Next is your second one is revenue receipt. Vice versa, capital receipt. The capital receipt be like your capital gain on your some property or anything. Revenue receipt is your general income which you are earning on a regular basis, come under the capital regular receipt or revenue receipt. Let's suppose you are earning some profit on your land. As you say, sold out your land and you are getting the gains on that land. That is your capital receipt. And are they come under the proper definition of the capital receipt, capital gains under the Income Tax Act as under the head capital receipt? Answer is yes. That is the part of the capital receipt only. Third point is the net and a gross receipt. Net receipt is a receipt which you were earning after deducting your depreciation. And gross receipt is the gross amount which you are earning before depreciation. So when we are considering our income, it is always considered on the basis of a net, not on gross. Not only deduction of the depreciation. If we are having some expenditures too, we'll definitely deduct that first from that amount. Let's suppose take an example. I went for the company tour and I got the expenses of rupees 500. Okay. I am earning from that tour 1000 rupees and I spent 500 on that. How much the net income is with my hand? Only 500. So whatever the tax is going to be calculated, that should be calculated on the net amount, not on a gross amount. Because when we calculate it on a gross amount, it is not be as accurate it have to be. Okay. So for that, we must know a proper way to calculate the tax value. So next, coming with a gross receipt. Gross receipt is also important to understand because gross is just like a before deducting the amount. Before deducting your any expenditure amount, whatever the left is your gross amount. So under the Income Tax Act, or while calculating the income, while calculating the tax on the income, we'll supposed to check out on the net basis, not on a gross basis. One more point and a fourth point in terms of the concept of income, that is the due basis and receipt basis. Normally, whatever we received, any sort of amount we received by way of our earnings or our skills, the amount which we received, that is the only part to calculate the tax amount or to consider the total income. And on the basis of a due is, that is, right now we didn't receive that amount. That is a kind of, maybe we received, may not be received. That is actually not in our hand right now. And on the received basis, that means that total amount is come under our hand. So these are the four basic points in terms of concept of income. Regular receipt is taken under the consideration while calculating the income. Revenue receipt, that will also consider while calculating the income. After that, we are having net receipt and receipt basis. Yes, these all we consider. Do we consider due basis? Yes, we can consider the due basis, but when it received, maybe as on a accrued basis we can consider it. Example लेते हैं, मार्च 2000 मार्च एंड है, दैट इज हमारा फाइनेंशियल ईयर एंड हुआ. मार्च की जो सैलरी होगी वो हमें अगले साल अप्रैल में मिलेगी, नेक्स्ट फाइनेंशियल ईयर के. पर जब हम असेसमेंट कर रहे हैं, ऐसा तो नहीं हम 1 अप्रैल को ही असेसमेंट करते, नहीं, हम असेसमेंट करते हैं बेसिकली मई जून के आसपास, क्योंकि हमारी जो इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न जाती है वो उस टाइम पे जाती है। तो क्या हम सैलरी को रिसीव्ड बेसिस दिखा सकते हैं अप्रैल की, अक्रूड बेसिस पे? हाँ, दिखा सकते हो, आप उसको कंसीडर कर सकते हो। ऐसी हमारे पास इनकम होती है जो हमें आगे रिसीव हुई होती है, अगर हम उसको पहले भी दिखाकर करना चाहें तो हम कर सकते हैं। अंडरस्टूड? आई होप ये कंसेप्ट आपको समझ आया होगा। तो ये हमारी कुछ जनरल बातें थी इन टर्म्स ऑफ द इनकम टैक्स। और भी चीजें करेंगे, अभी तो इनकम टैक्स की क्लासेस को तो जस्ट अभी अभी हमने शुरू ही किया है आप लोगों के साथ, और डिटेल में जाएंगे। मैं बहुत सारी कैलकुलेशंस आपको यूट्यूब पे भी करवाने वाली हूँ, टॉपिक वाइज भी कैलकुलेशंस लेकर आऊंगी मैं आप लोगों के साथ। बस बने रहो क्लासेस के साथ। एंड जिन बच्चों ने, अगेन आई एम सेइंग, जिन बच्चों ने अभी तक एनरोल नहीं कराया, हमने अभी इनकम टैक्स के बैचेस भी इंक्रीज कर दिए हैं। राइट नाउ इंक्रीज हो गए हैं बैचेस, जल्दी जल्दी कर लो। क्यों? क्योंकि हमने आपको अनाउंसमेंट ऑलरेडी बता रखी है कि एक बैच हमारा 8 स्टूडेंट से ज्यादा का नहीं होगा, और 8 तक भी नहीं पहुंचाते हम, तो कम में निपटा देते हैं। हम और बैचेस क्रिएट करना ज्यादा प्रेफर करते हैं, बिकॉज व्हाट आर बेसिक कंसेप्ट बिहाइंड दिस क्लासेस इज, वी ऑल वांट each and every student must have the proper clearance of their doubts and their concept is going to be hike। क्योंकि देखो एक सिंपल सी बात है, हमेशा ध्यान रखना एग्जाम्स के लिए, कंसेप्ट जितने क्लियर होंगे, क्वेश्चन कितना भी घुमा के आ जाए, चक्रव्यूह आ जाए पूरा, उसको भी तुम तोड़ के पार कर लोगे, लेकिन सिर्फ एक शर्त पे, जहां तुम्हारा क्या होगा, कंसेप्ट क्लियरिटी होगी। ठीक है, तो आज हमारा ये इनकम टैक्स की क्लास को तो यहीं पे लेंगे अभी, क्योंकि अब जो हमको नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इसका स्टार्ट करवाना है वो आपके स्लैब्स के साथ आएगा, और जब हमारा पार्ट 3 आएगा उसमें हम उस चीज को और डिटेल में करेंगे। क्योंकि डिटेल में जब हम करेंगे तो वो ज्यादा और बेनिफिट होकर आएगा, क्योंकि हम पहले स्लैब्स समझेंगे, स्लैब्स कैसे बने हैं, और फिर एक दो कैलकुलेशंस करेंगे कि हम एक्चुअल में इनकम टैक्स कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं। फिर आगे मार्जिनल रिलीफ, सरचार्ज के कंसेप्ट, जो मैंने पूरा एक शेड्यूल आपको बताया था पार्ट 1 में, वो पूरा का पूरा शेड्यूल हम डिस्कस करेंगे अपनी नेक्स्ट क्लासेस से। इंट्रोडक्टरी क्लासेस हैं, 1 क्लासेस हैं, प्रॉपरली इनको भी यूटिलाइज करो, इनसे भी चीजों को समझो, एंड आपको बहुत हेल्प मिलेगी। एंड उसके अलावा those who are having any doubt in particular sessions, तो आप उस पर्टिकुलर सेशन के नीचे कमेंट के अंदर भी अपना डाउट पूछ सकते हो। सारी तो फैसिलिटीज आप लोगों के साथ है, और उसके साथ साथ अगर कोई अदर प्रॉब्लम आती है इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ मोटिवेशन बूस्टिंग सेशंस, तो आप अपनी फैकल्टी से डायरेक्टली बात कर सकते हो कॉलेज देखो पे। कोई ज्यादा लंबा प्रोसेस नहीं होता हमसे बात करने का, बहुत इजीली कनेक्टिविटी होती है स्टूडेंट्स की हमारे साथ, एंड दे कैन आस्क देयर डाउट्स, देयर एनी पॉइंट where they are confusing, when where they are having any बहुत ज़्यादा मिचमिची टाइप डाउट्स आ रहे हो, वो सब भी आप हमसे पूछ सकते हो विदाउट हैविंग एनी इश्यूज। ओके, सो वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग सो मेनी फैसिलिटीज टू यू। सो अब कितनी और अनाउंसमेंट करूं, जल्दी से फटाफट से वीडियो को लाइक शेयर एंड चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, और उसके साथ साथ जो भी तुम्हारे डाउट्स हैं, जो भी तुम्हारी क्वेरीज हैं, और अगर तुम्हें एनरोलमेंट भी करवानी है, डिस्क्रिप्शन में क्लिक करो, गूगल फॉर्म है वहां पे फटाफट से फॉर्म फिल कर दो, एंड उसके साथ साथ इंक्वायरी नंबर है वहां पे भी कॉल करके आप पूछ सकते हो। और उसके साथ साथ एक मेरी साइड से भी आपको एक छोटी सी रिक्वेस्ट है, अगर आप चाहते हो कुछ और इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स जिनमें आपको थोड़ा सा डाउट, एंड इफ यू वांट from my side to take the classes on the YouTube on that particular topics, or any chapter wise issues you are facing, let me know। और ये मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा, वही है कोई सी भी वीडियो के कमेंट, मतलब मेरी वीडियो के कमेंट सेशन के अंदर लिख देना, ताकि मैं फटाफट से उस पर भी आपके साथ सेशन लेकर आऊँ. एंड आई वॉन्ट मोर स्टूडेंट्स टू बी एंगेज इन आवर लाइव क्लास, बिकॉज वेन द क्लासेस आर इंटरेक्टिव ना, वी आर हैविंग लॉट्स ऑफ डाउट्स, एंड बड़ा मजा आता है उन डाउट्स के साथ, है ना, पंचिंग पंचिंग खेलने में. सो मिलते हैं आपसे नए सेशंस के साथ कल. सो बने रहो चैनल के साथ, एंड जो भी आपके डाउट्स हैं आप पूछ सकते हो. एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक द वीडियो, सब्सक्राइब द चैनल, एंड शेयर द क्लासेस टू योर फ्रेंड्स टू.